Yeah.
So I served on the Planning Commission for 7 years, and first office I was appointed to, I was asked if I would serve on it, and I didn't know a thing about politics, never served on any committees except for some agriculture committees or dairy committees. So I said I would try it. First meeting I was at the courthouse. That's where the Planning Commission met then. And there was an application come up. But before we voted, one of the supervisors leaned over to me and said, "He's gonna get it anyway, you might as well vote for it." And that has stuck with me for all these years now, and I'll make my own decision. The supervisor wasn't happy with one of the decisions I made one time, which that was all right, so he didn't reappoint me. Had people come to me and ask me to run for supervisor, and it was a lot of the supervisors on there then, they wanted me to serve with them. So I said, okay. First time I ran as an independent, and I got beat by about 100 votes. And at that time, people said, well, you can't not run again. So I ran again, and Freddie Parker came to me and said, if you will run with the Democrats, I'll help you get elected. I said, okay, but you're not going to tell me what to do. And he said, that's fine. I ran that time and won by 38 votes. This is my 22nd year now I've been serving on the board. So hopefully people think I've done an all right job at it. When I was on the Planning Commission, I always went to each location and looked at it before the meeting, so I would know what was being talked about. I don't do that as much now on the board because I have the minutes of the Planning Commission, but if there's something they've had controversial, I will go and see for myself. You have citizens, we have appointments to different committees and stuff. They're a backbone. We have people on the IDA, we have appointments to Service Authority, the Airport Commission, Health Department. We have to have those, and it's better to have citizens on there instead of supervisors appointing themselves. We've had citizens get involved quite a bit when there's controversy. I don't always agree with them. They don't always agree with me, but I know where they stand and they know where I stand. You've got to have the input. If nobody came, then it's probably going to pass unless it's really bad. So yeah, it's got to be, we've got to have public input and involvement. My wife, she watches it on the computer, watches all the meetings. So when I get home, I can get talked to about some of the meetings. And so she shares her opinion, which I value. I said, as long as you go vote, you can fuss at me. By the time I was probably rattled during meetings during a Planning Commission meeting. And I was chairman, and we were William King. We were sitting down in front of the supervisors with our back to the audience. All of a sudden, somebody in the back said something. And one of the supervisors, I won't name the name, he stepped up and said, if you want to step outside right now, we'll settle this. And there was a hush over the room. And the chairman of the board, I don't remember who it was then, but he says, we'll continue the meeting on and settle this later. That one was a little made the hair on your neck stand up. It's always good to know what's going on, even to look for what's on our agenda. You can see it on the computer now, on our website. It's better to know beforehand than hindsight. You can usually get more things done that way. I have no problem people calling me. Now, if the ones that call me don't leave their name, I don't call them back. If they'll call and ask to request a recall, I've always called people back. Stay involved with your supervisor. Let them know what you think and what's going on. Because there may be a large group out there believing the other way than you, but it still had to weigh and see what would be the best for the county. Stay involved. Don't sit back and let it happen. Make your voice heard.
I do want to get involved, but I'm just not sure how.
Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The by the people part is essential, right?
So the county heard the voters of Washington County.
And I encourage everybody, just get involved, make your voice heard, get involved in your community. If it's just as simple as picking up trash, I would encourage you to do so.
We're cooking up a more inclusive county. Join us.
Civic engagement matters.
Get involved.
To give ourselves a better understanding of the issues.
Get involved. Your community needs you.